Mason Bardo here. Oh, really? Tristan! Okay, so let's go to bed. Where's the... Stop! So I just got done vacuuming my mom's room. That's how much it picked up. Hasn't been vacuumed for like probably a few weeks. A lot of pet hair. We'll see what the filter looks like. This is actually after like a month of use now. That is not bad at all after a month of use. Something didn't feel right there. I made a video of cleaning this thing out, but today I used it so it don't look clean anymore. I also have another one now. Because I used the warranty that I still have on this to try and get something more similar to this. Because I still wanted a newer Hoover with a more narrow base. Because this one's starting to get worn out. And they just kind of went upon themselves and ordered me this one. And they claim, well, it's actually a way more of an upgrade. And realistically, it really depends, because this one's got a more narrow base. What if you got furniture that's got legs that is more narrow? I mean, like, which I do, actually. This won't fit between my little end table there. This will. I mean, that's one reason I love this Bissell. I love that light speed is because, oh, you guys can't see it, that light speed is because of the nimble bases, or even that little Dirt Devil Dynamite back there. But, you know, I don't mind a wide base, but, yeah. But we're going to be doing a type of video that I haven't done in a while, because usually I don't know how the keys for my bedroom ended up in there. Because I usually don't like doing this, but I'll do it just because maybe you guys want a little bit of a different thing. And I don't think I've done anything like this on this channel. Yeah, no, I don't think I have. There's some pop tabs in here, like bottle tabs in here, a washer, the old lock and unlock switch for my Kirby Tradition. I replaced it, obviously, before I traded it for those two Omegas, and this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's gonna hurt it in here. Alright. What's this? Something else is spilled on there. Okay. This tool. It's not. This thing doesn't have any of the original attachments. These are just some that I had laying around. Put these on here because the prongs are kind of bent. Oh wow, they're actually straightening up pretty good. They were really bent, and these little things that vacuums come with to protect the prongs can sometimes help straighten them out. I think you guys know what I'm about to do here. If you don't, basically I'm just going to be vacuuming up all this stuff using the cutting tool. You know, should I try that one thing that people have been doing? It's do this, I think. Yeah, I think that's what they've been doing. Should I try that? We'll try it. Try the normal way first, then we'll try that. This tape's just on here because the friction in that part is really worn out. But and I guess the part where the attachment goes in is the best. But let's turn it on. Yeah, it polished my bin. Can't breathe. Luckily, this vacuum wasn't that dirty. There was probably just some residual dust in that. God, that's sad. I could have done stuck in there. Floor. And I will try what I've seen other people doing. I can't remember who came up with this idea. I think it was my mama. You were doing so good. What the hell? do it without any attachments on there. Luckily, there was a little bit of dust, so that should have just protected the bin. So I don't like scratching up my bins, but this one's already kind of seen better days. Plus, I know how to polish them, so. And I also use my protective wax spray on there, so. Now this is not going to be a common thing, and if I do it, it's probably going to be with, you know, maybe this thing, because it's kind of just going to be a beater vacuum now. So that was fun. Hopefully this does okay when it comes to views. Don't really enjoy doing this. It's a fun thing every once in a while, but when it's a machine, I guess I could have chosen a different machine, but I didn't want to get all the coins dirty, because otherwise I would use that. But I need to clean that, and I don't feel like doing that, so it's just kind of a vicious cycle. This machine's already fairly beat up, but I've gotten it to actually look somewhat presentable. And it still does. I mean, it's not like this penny's actually scratched it. Probably a very fine scratches that no one's gonna notice. Come on. You can see how nice and clear this window, how clear I got it. This will just go right back into its spot. Next to the vacuum that I didn't want. Plus, it is damaged, but I give up on trying to work with Hoover. You can tell it's fairly kinked. Thinking about doing a natural dirt with a shark. It's super clean, so it's gonna work well. Not gonna be using this rewind very much. This thing could probably still get used one of these days. This clean view I don't like to use pennies with or anything, because this thing actually has a blue tint on the clear glass. Doesn't really show up on camera that well, but there is a tint with these. Clean filters and everything. I just took it down to the motor the other day, so it's, you know, it would work just fine. natural dirts wise, for the next few days I'll be using this light speed, which I have been. And I have a few natural dirts. A bit of pet hair. Also, since I'll probably never get a screw for right here, I put some silicone adhesive in this screw hole because this housing is damaged here from when I had to drill that screw out. I accidentally went into the housing instead of the screw head on accident. So there's like a hole and I could feel air coming out of here or no, not air coming out, but air pulling in. You know, I'm like, no. Or no, air going out. And I'm like, no, dust is just gonna fly out of there. Why go through I just went through the hell of sealing up this motor, so I don't wanna. But yeah, and I also smothered a little bit around here because it's leaking a ton. Right here, I can actually hear it whistling. I smeared a little bit here. Plus, I never realized that it actually opens up like that much. It's so flimsy down here. That screw just doesn't tighten it down well enough, I guess, but whatever. So I just did this. I know you guys are probably like, dude, you make your vacuums look so horrible. This machine's not, I already don't like yellow. And it still looks functional. I mean, it doesn't look like a vacuum that wouldn't do anything. You know, if anything, this is me doing the silicone stuff. This thing already, the motor housing is warped because it's out outside for 2 years in cold, hot, warm, you know, windy weather. And the motor housing is actually warped in some spots. And the silicone adhesive was the main reason for that because air leaked all over the place, so. Yeah, obviously almost every vacuum in here is perfectly fine, except for this one, which also has silicone adhesive holding in the old hard floor thing now. This thing works fine, it's just got a little bit of a sag going on. That works fine, it's refurbed. Hose I did wash, but it doesn't look like I washed it. Might put this hose in there. Or maybe even this hose. But yeah. This is just for collection purposes. Won't be using it at all. But it's another nice performance nonetheless. I love them. I mean, I use this one all the time. This is the one I actually bought. This one is the one that I used my warranty. They just took it upon themselves to get that one and ship it here without my permission. I filmed a video of me unboxing that, but I swore and got really mad at it because of that hose and everything. It was packaged horribly. The cord wasn't even like you know how they're usually wrapped up and then there's like a twist tie? There wasn't even a twist tie. One of the seals, this pissed me off. That really pissed me off. This seal right here wasn't even on properly. It was like, it was kind of like hanging out like that. And I noticed that it was super loose. Like, you cannot ship a vacuum like that. No. And yes, one of them was still hooked on. But, you know, having it flopping around like that isn't necessarily a good thing. I was just disappointed. I've always had good luck with Hoover vacuum cleaners, and it's not the vacuum cleaners, it's the people who shipped it to me. They did a crappy job. Through. Then again, they could have maybe thought that the seal was in all the way. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it's new. It's still got that seal powder on it. It's got that new vacuum horrible smell. The seal actually seated really nicely for once. Usually they're all wrinkly and weird. But yeah, this one's just for collection purposes. And this one will be the one that I use. I'm still gonna maintain this one like I have been. You know, wash the hose every once in a while. Keep the filters clean. Obviously, I just haven't washed the filters because they're not really bad enough to wash. I hate washing filters when they don't need it. I'll show you what I mean by a wrinkled up seal up there. This one's actually gotten better over the years and just being kind of sealed in by this cyclone pushing up against it, but you know, it's like not even in the groove right there. See, it's actually hanging over the lip. See how all the rest is in the lip? It's hanging over it. So yeah, this one's got a super dirty filter. Oh, actually no, it doesn't. Not that bad. These cyclones up here. This seal doesn't really seem to work that well for some reason. I keep forgetting. That's dust that is flying up through these cyclones and not making it into the filter and going into here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, well, cyclones are actually, you know, this is just a standard, they call it multi-cyclonic, but I say dual cyclonic, because it's technically like a cyclone thing inside of a cyclone thing. That's not even cyclonic, they call it cyclonic. It's not. That is kind of cyclonic, not really though. It does have like the cyclonic, you know, features. But yeah. This thing is still probably one of the best performing newer, cheaper uprights I have, because this was technically a budget machine, just like this is a budget machine. Or that's a budget machine. That wasn't really a budget machine. I paid about the same for this as those were brand new. Just used this the other day. It's dusty. I'm just kind of sitting in here. This one I just used, you know, before I started this video. The Victory is actually pretty nice looking. I've been using this too. It sounds better because I cleaned it out again. This one was the vacuum of the week before the Lightspeed was. The vacuum of the month, pretty much. And this thing she really wants me to do, but it needs, something's up with the fan. It's like off balance or something, or it's loose because you can hear, the brush will stop spinning, but you can almost hear something still spinning in there, and I think the fan is literally loose because the suction power is weird on it too. Like sometimes it will have lots of suction, sometimes it won't. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Peace.